Good afternoon to everyone. As the people are joining, we'll start the session. I'm Dr. J Sarvanan. This is my closer section on Universal Human Values 1, session 15. Okay. As you join, I wanted to bring to your kind attention that we have had a very good session throughout this month. Okay, so I've handled many session on many topic. Okay, for your information, I wanted to repeat the session that I've dealt in the past few days. Okay. The first session that we have dealt on human aspiration and concern. Okay, then the second session that we have dealt on the we have discussed on the peer pressure, so to call peer pressure. Then on the relationship, we have dealt a fourth session, that is trust, respect and reverence for excellence and gratitude and love. And in the last two session we have handled society and natural environment. Okay, and I have summed up in the what called all session in the last session yesterday, and today we'll be having a self evaluation closer session. Okay. I hope every one of you have taken note of each and everything that we have discussed in here in the Universal Human Values session, one session, the first session to 15th session. Okay. All the other sessions are going as per the schedule. Okay, so you will have this UHV 2 and 3 in the subsequent semester. You'll be provided with the notes also. At the same time, the examination will be taken. All this session that as I've said in the previous yesterday's session, when I was handling that one, I told you that this looks to be a very general topic and very irrelevant or unnecessary for you. Okay, so it maybe seems to be. Okay. But then all the elective courses and these kind of session is being run so that those people who are very serious about the humanity, or those people who are very serious about the core subject, your core subject could be computer science, your core subject could be aeronautical engineering, your core subject could be gaming, your core subject could be many cyber security, many things will be there. But in that aspect, when the people are dealing with it, okay, so you are the human, so your interaction with the system in order to make the society better, that is the responsibility comes for you. You learn everything with the responsibility. There is one quote saying that, okay, a power comes with the responsibility. Okay, power comes with the responsibility. When you have more power to innovate, to invent, to bring new things in the society, okay, so everything should be with the responsibility you have to bring in. Okay, so without responsibility, if anybody is becoming a good engineer or good scientist, okay, that cannot be possible. You have to know that whatever the invention or innovation that you're making, okay, that is welfare of the society. If it is for the destruction of the society, then you will feel regret about it. Okay, everything that you do, it should be welfare of the human being. That you should always keep it in mind. Your name should be uttered not for the bad thing, but for the good thing. Okay. All the people who are attending this session, who have been attending this session, they know that, okay, what kind of focus that I was making, or the kind of emphasis that I was making, that throughout the session, my emphasis was making you better. Okay, inculcating the values in you, emphasizing that values that you need to follow. All these things I was doing. Okay, so when you have a right understanding and right feeling, that you could make it this possible, whether it is in terms of respect, or in terms of peer pressure, or in terms of trust, or in terms of good feelings, or in terms of good making a good society, or in terms of everything excellence, making an excellence. Okay, so everything, it is for the welfare of the human. Okay, so let us see. I have created a Google form here. Okay, all of you are suggested to fill the Google form. I'm not going to handle this session for longer time. My short and sweet session will say that will send a message to each and every one of you that, okay, better understanding about anything universal human values will make you a better person rather than landing you in any trouble. Okay. Just a minute. So this UHV, Universal Human Values orientation, was a glimpse of the introductory human. So this UHV, Universal Human Values orientation, was a glimpse of the introductory universal human value content. Okay. Otherwise, like you will have another UHV two, which is a mandatory one semester course. Okay. It is a subsequent course of this or second part of the course of UHV one. Okay. And for in-depth study, as I've told you in the last day, okay, yesterday, that open electives are proposed in subsequent years. This, all the open electives will open your mind and will give you a very good understanding about, okay, what is the society and surrounds you, okay, and it will help you to be a good citizen in the society. Okay. We trust the orientation was very useful for you, okay, for looking at life in its entirety and developing a holistic perspective about the society and about the people who are living nearby you, about the people like who are living in the society, about the people like who are peers to you, about the people who are what called living across the globe. Okay. And I believe that like it was a joy for us to share it with you. Okay. And one of the very important lesson that we are taking away with us is that, okay, the figure that you see, okay, purpose of education, it enables us to transform ourselves. Okay. People living with human consciousness, okay, give rise to a human society. People with were living with a inhuman consciousness or without no consciousness will give rise to a inhuman society, which leads to destruction of the humankind. Okay. That is why, like when the Mars mission was launched and the Chandrayaan 3 rover landed in the moon. Okay. So in our prime minister's speech, okay, our prime minister, um, Narendra Modi, has clearly indicated that the effort that we are taking, it is not only for people who are living in India, it is for entire humankind. Okay. All the people like who are living across the earth, all the information which is received or which is collected through this moon mission, okay, so will be shared along with the humankind. That is what it is being said. So likewise, all the people like who are living on this earth, okay, these kind of lessons should be given so that like we can make a better society. By purely studying the or by purely undergoing the course in the BTech, okay, so core courses, okay, so you cannot make a better human or better people in a society or better society in terms of better globe. So therefore, it is very much necessary that like you need to have a right understanding. That is what in the what called in the um, right side top of the figure says. Okay, so but then like uh, it is the nature of the human being is that they will miss the right understanding. Those people like who don't have right understanding, everyone has to be taught. That is why it is said that purpose of education is to enable the transformation or inculcate right understanding in the people or in the society. Okay, all the people who are living in the society. Okay, when there is a missing of the right understanding, it will lead to the missing of the right relationship with human being. Okay. Although physical facility will be there, but we don't know how to protect that physical facility. There will be deprivation, there will be exploitation, there will be depriving others. Okay. And if a relationship with human being is missing, what will happen? It will bring unhappiness and making others unhappy. Okay. In inhuman, it will create overall, it will create inhuman society, the crowd or battlefield. All the wars or terrorism that you see in the society or conflict or aggression, everything that you see in the society, it is just because of lack of right understanding in the self. It is right just because of lack of relationship with human being, missing of lack of relationship in the human being. Okay. It is because of depriving the natural resources. It is because of exploiting the people. It is because of depriving the others. Okay. So it is all because of that one only. Because people move towards this kind of attitude because for them the money is everything. Okay. For individual, and by any means they wanted to accumulate as much as possible, okay, in individual, okay. They are obsessed with the consumption, they are obsessed with the profit, they are obsessed with the sensual pleasure, okay. So that leads to dominion, exploitation, fear in society, and that leads to war and terrorism, okay. And this mastery of exploitation over nature, people have gained it, okay. So they think that like by doing so, what they do is that they get rich, but then like they don't know what kind of destruction they are bringing to the humankind or human values, okay. So resource depletion in population, it it should be transformed. This kind of attitude or mindset, if the people are living, they are taking this humankind into a destruction. There is no value means there is no sympathy or there is no empathy, there is no nothing which is welfare for the human mind, humankind, okay. It should be transformed and it should be progressed, and there should be like good aspiration and concerns, okay. So there should be right understanding in the self, there should be relationship with human being, there should be physical facility with the rest of the nature, okay. So this relationship with human being brings mutual happiness. When I am happy or I make this world happy, the same way you are also happy and you will make this world happy. If I am exploiting the nature, I am trying to achieve any means or like trying to follow any means in order to what called um, accumulate the money, or like if I feel that like money is everything, human values are nothing, okay, what will happen automatically, like it will lead to the destruction. So right understanding and right feelings brings in every individual the happiness and prosperity in every family, fearlessness and trust in society. And that is how we can live on this society in a coexistence manner and in a mutually fulfilling manner in nature and existence. Okay. So that is what, okay. So we are making effort this for this transformation. We want our institution to be a living example. Every project that you do in this university or in this institution in the form of epic project, in the form of many other projects that will come on the way, okay. So every project, okay, we give freedom, this institution gives freedom to the every individual to come out with a invention which will be helpful for society, which will build our society, which will build the relationship between the people, and which will help them to what called find out the substitution or some kind of what called alternative ways in order to make the people's life better, okay. So with this, like we have come to an end, okay. So there's a self evaluation part, okay, wherein like what called I have created one Google form link, okay. So through which like you can fill in your details, okay. So, and then like you give your overview about what are the learning that you have taken up, okay. Only one question is there, name, registration number, the one question which has been asked, okay. So you can write it down and submit it, okay. So with this, like we have come to an end. I will keep this Google Form link for some 20 minutes. Okay, so you can just write it down the same thing. Okay, and you can fill it. Okay. So with this, like I've come to an end of this session. I wish all of you the best. Okay, so even as you step out of your home and you come to this university with a lot of hopes and aspirations, I believe that, okay, although there are like hiccups, okay, there are like hiccups in the sense that like you may be emotionally isolated, okay, you may be physically isolated, you may be out of your family, okay, you may face little bit of problem here and there from the peer pressure, okay, you may be like not accommodating or adapting to the situation, but then like I hope that like even as you come here and live for 4 years, okay, 4 long years or 5 long years, okay, you will learn a lot, and you will make a very better citizen out of it, and you will contribute to the better society, okay. With this, like we have come to an end of this what called orientation program. I would suggest that, okay, you copy this what called Google Form link and fill it up, and have a good day in your life, okay. So with this, like we have come to an end, okay. After 20 minutes I'll end up this one. Thank you. Thank you, one and all.